Hello and welcome to Toonzy, where every story hides a secret and the shadows hold the deepest truths. Have you ever found yourself lying awake at night, replaying a moment over and over, wishing you could just hit rewind on your biggest "I wish I hadn't" moment? Imagine a clock not ticking forward, but backward. What if you could rewind time, just once, to undo your greatest regret? Would you do it? Would you erase that one mistake? Or would you fear the ripple effect, the unpredictable future you might create? This is the story of Alex, a man haunted by a single, powerful regret. One dreary afternoon, while wandering aimlessly through forgotten city streets, he stumbled upon an old, dusty shop tucked away in an alley. It was the kind of place that seemed to exist outside of time. Inside, amidst a labyrinth of curiosities, Alex discovered a mysterious, intricate clock. It was a masterpiece of gears and celestial symbols shimmering with an otherworldly glow. The old shopkeeper, with eyes that seemed to hold centuries of stories, leaned in and whispered, "This can change your past, but beware the consequences." For Alex, the temptation was irresistible. The weight of his regret was a constant burden, a shadow that followed him everywhere. He took the clock home, his heart pounding with a mix of hope and fear. That night, with trembling hands, he turned the golden hands of the clock backward. As the gears whirred in reverse, his memories began to shift and blur. Words left unspoken in a heated argument were now heard. A path not taken was now walked. A door he had closed forever suddenly creaked open. At first, it felt like a miracle. The world around him seemed brighter, lighter. The heavy knot of regret in his stomach finally loosened. It was perfect, almost too perfect. But then, Alex started to notice subtle, unsettling changes in his new present. Friends he had known his whole life behaved differently, their shared memories slightly off-key. Familiar streets looked strange, as if he were seeing them through a distorted lens. Small, simple joys he once cherished were replaced with an eerie, unexplainable emptiness. It was as if his life was a song he once knew by heart, but now someone had changed a few crucial notes, making the entire melody feel wrong. Every choice he had tried to correct seemed to unleash new, darker shadows. The clock, which sat on his mantelpiece, felt alive, almost as if it were feeding on his growing anxiety and newfound regret. Whispers began to fill the quiet rooms of his home, echoing his deepest fears. Some mistakes are meant to teach you. Some regrets are meant to stay. He had fixed one problem only to create a dozen more he couldn't even comprehend. Alex finally realized the delicate balance of destiny was far more fragile than he had ever imagined. By trying to erase one single regret, he had caused countless unseen threads of his life to unravel. Moments of pure joy had vanished, important lessons were left unlearned, and precious relationships became distorted versions of what they once were. The weight of his original regret had been heavy, but the weight of his altered reality was crushing. The temptation to turn the clock again, to try and fix his fix, was almost overwhelming, but he resisted. With a heavy heart, Alex understood the past cannot be fully rewritten without devastating consequences. Some regrets, as painful as they are part of the story that makes you who you are. They are the scars that teach us, shape us, and ultimately help us grow. The clock now ticks silently, a beautiful and terrifying object waiting for the next person who dares to tempt fate. So, remember, if you ever find a clock that promises a second chance, think very, very carefully. Time is not just a collection of hours and minutes, it is the delicate, intricate thread that binds your destiny. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this dark tale and dare to hear more, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Stay tuned for the next story from Toonzy.